Gratitude and Resistance, November 23rd, 2023. Dear friends, it is that season again when we gather with family and friends to celebrate Thanksgiving. We often forget that many nations celebrate a Thanksgiving feast related to crops and the seasonal harvest. This year, as we celebrate, a range of emotions flows through me. I think of those with whom I gathered for many years. Many are now departed. We think of our nation's history and a romanticized version of Thanksgiving. And as we begin to listen to different viewpoints, we must consider those who cannot fully welcome this embellished account. I challenge you to remain open and appreciate those who tell their stories. Yes, the New England Pilgrim story looms large in our family. I am the 10th great granddaughter of John and Priscilla Alden. Yes, of the Mayflower. I also like to remember that John was hired as a cooper, a barrel maker. Documents and diaries tell of the settlers' stories. However, when I was in high school, our excellent U.S. history teacher, Mr. Viculin, taught us that history is the opinion of those who write the accounts. I am grateful for that insight. I acknowledge the intertwined and often tragic history of colonial America and our treatment of Native Americans, the first real settlers. Yet I cherish the history of that first harvest celebration and the numerous celebrations with loved ones since that event. I invite you to consider Thanksgiving carefully this year. Consider whom you are including. Rejoice in your bounty, but share when you can. Open your heart to new stories about Thanksgiving's past and harvest festivals around the world. What are your personal Thanksgiving stories, traditions, regrets, hopes? How do you pass these on to future generations? What practices must we thoroughly protect? Which must we meditatively reject? This week, as are many Americans, I am watching Ken Burns' excellent documentary, The American Revolution, on PBS. Another outstanding series, which examines our rich cultural history and relationship with food, is High on the Hog: How African American Cuisine Transformed America on Netflix with Steven Soderfield. Our family Thanksgiving story changed drastically when our eldest was born, the day before Thanksgiving. During my years of teaching, a Thanksgiving feast had developed. We encouraged students to bring what they could: a sack of potatoes, a loaf of bread, a can of corn. Staff provided the turkeys, and the students helped to prepare the meal during the school day. Eventually, this became a major event of the year, and school district administrative personnel loved being invited and joined us each year. The year our son was born, the teacher who generally managed the feast was called away by family events, and the task fell to me. Quite pregnant, I directed the feast from a chair. I went into labor that evening, and our son was born 2 weeks early because before the crib was even assembled. Our new baby was nestled into a long laundry basket as my husband prepared Cornish game hens for Thanksgiving. Over the years, our son's birthday has been celebrated with family on Thanksgiving, his favorite holiday. Family has expanded and declined. Traditions evolve. My mother was fond of an orange-infused Thanksgiving inspired by Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings' Cross Creek, about her life in Alachua County, Florida. The author had an orange grove and explored ways to use citrus in many recipes. Although Rawlings' book, The Yearling, won a Pulitzer Prize for fiction, I found Cross Creek, which I read during the pandemic, troubling, as her treatment of young African American servants was anything but admirable. I put the book down, but I still enjoy a zesty orange in cranberry sauce and in sweet potatoes, which I cook, mash with egg, milk, orange juice, spices, and pecans, no marshmallows, and bake as my mother did. Last year in Paris, I attended a Thanksgiving dinner at the American Church in Paris, which really should be called the International Church. Even away from home, we find family and share traditions. This year, with friends who, yes, feel like family. Many big hearted restaurateurs prepare free meals on Thanksgiving. In Yucca Valley, John's Place will share free meals for the 39th year. Churches often serve a Thanksgiving meal. The Way Station in Joshua Tree will host a giveaway Tuesday, November 25th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Get there early. Turkeys, fixins for a Thanksgiving dinner, and gently used clothing, sheets, blankets, and other items will be available. Art news. My good grief, my France sketchbook calendars are available at my Etsy store. And here's a reminder that you need to look at the written version because I've got all of the information written there. But my Etsy store is at Art by Janice Comments. They are also available at Rainbow Stew in Yucca Valley and French Corner in Palm Desert. Shop local. Looking for a hostess or holiday gift? Desert stores and my Etsy shop may have some unique solutions. My art is available at Rainbow Stew, Yucca Valley, the Yucca Valley Welcome Center, the Joshua Tree Retreat Center, Elemental Treasures, and at Cactus Mart in Morongo Valley. My art show, Montmartre Mood Meets the Mojave, is still at Spaghetti Western in Morongo Valley through December. No matter where you are in this world, I hope you find the warm acceptance of family and friends and a hot harvest meal this November. Inspired by all of you, Janice Comments.